Blackmore.
Hey there, Boppers. It's that velvet voice riding the airwaves once again. And tonight, we're diving deep into the streets that never sleep. You know the gangs, you know the colors, but do you know how they throw down? That's right. Tonight, we're taking a wild stroll through the boroughs, breaking down the fighting styles of every rough and ready crew that roams these concrete jungles. And to kick things off, who better than the heavy hitters themselves, the ones who made it all the way back to Coney with every gang in the city on their heels. You guessed it, baby. The Warriors. Smooth like a jab, sharp like a switchblade. So lace up your boots, Boppers, 'cause the rumble's just begun. Cleo, the leader, the big warlord and head honcho of the Warriors. Cleon is a master of the retro kung fu old school of brawling. You can easily cite Bruce Lee as an influence, since Cleon combines fluid roundhouse kicks with bone-crunching flying fists of fury. Even Cleon can unleash a devastating jump stomp attack in which he slams into the enemy's chest or back, twisting his body to get that extra deadly ouch factor. Like I said, it's very reminiscent of Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon stomp. So you'll see this during his power moves when he goes into rage mode, and even some other combination punches, roundhouse kicks, and different stuff like that, like I mentioned before. Swan, the war chief of the Warriors, second in command. Swan is a man of a few words who lets his hands do the talking. Cold and calculated, combining his street brawling with the visceral boxing style of fighting. His moves of choice is a double fist attack, even from his combination attacks from grabs, which is very reminiscent of Ray Jackson's double fist strikes in Bloodsport. You'll even see this in MMA fights too, sending people flying through the air with a cross shot to the face. He even bends over his foe with a nasty backbreaker during rage mode for his power move grabs. Believe it, you would want this guy to have your back in a fight. Snow is a pretty tall and solid fighter who uses his long frame to crack some heads, along with some interesting angle foot stomps and deadly Tai Chi elbow attacks, which is the most interesting aspect of his fighting style. Even those headbutts have some nasty impacts from strikes. He's not flashy, he's efficient. He keeps you close and keeps you hurting. Did I mention before how brutal his rage attack strikes are? Arm breaks into deadly headbutts?
Ajax, not now! Come on, you're being rough!
Oh, I'll show you rough, baby. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Ajax is the cocky muscle of the crew. He's a fearless and extremely deadly fighter. He is often found practicing his jabs on the hanging handrails in subway trains and lives to provide a good beating. Throwing out heavy haymakers, explosive kicks, Ajax is the quintessential street brawler you'd want in your crew. Never afraid to throw down and always itching to fight. His power finishing move involves 3 hard punch combinations to the face, along with a mounted power move hitting a pretty nasty triple face stomp during rage mode. He doesn't fight to win, he fights to dominate. Coach Cheese is a real live fighter and is deadly when his back is against the wall. He was born in Harlem before relocating to the Bronx to join up with the Warriors, but he still maintains a pretty fly fighting style. He combines judo chops and some pretty nasty angled kicks. He can easily handle himself in a sticky situation. His finishing rage power move involves a nasty elbow drop into a front guillotine grab, ending it with a clean kick to the face.
Let's go, little man.
Rembrandt, one of the newest members of the Warriors. Rembrandt is an extremely talented graffiti artist who gets the Warriors' name up throughout the city. He's not the strongest fighter, but he makes good use of his environment and his supply of spray paint to take his enemies down. With one finishing move, he gives a quick kick to the groin and a couple of sprays to the face of the enemy, adding insult to injury. Having a shove attack too, where he can help create space. Even his rage power moves are pretty damn interesting. A nice clean leg sweep into a devastating elbow drop, along with a single grounded side knee strike on the ground.
Careful, he's got a knife.
Fox, the scout of the Warriors. Fox may not be the heaviest hitter like Rembrandt, but he's a tactician. He fights with sharp jabs, quick sidesteps, and sudden bursts, like someone trained to hit and move. His style echoes early MMA. He focuses heavily on clinch knee strikes and multiple knee-sided mounts. As the gang scout, Fox fights like a guy who'd rather outthink you than outpunch you, but he can do both. The best of both worlds.
Ready, cowboy?
Yeah, now!
Cowboy. He has a laid-back presence, but he fights with classic bare-knuckle boxing, using dirty tricks, elbow strikes, knee smashes, and wild swings. Think of a brawler who's fought in more bar fights than you can count. Even power moves involve strikes back to the head after holding you down. He's not afraid to scrap, but he's gonna make sure to pick up his hat after a fight is finished. Berman, the underdog. His style is sloppy but relentless. Classic street fighting. He doesn't follow a form, but he survives with groin shots, body checks, and desperation grabs. He fights like someone who's been in dozens of alley brawls that you'd want on your side, which I found pretty interesting, but I'm guessing that just revolves back to these three being a little bit more on the smaller side compared to the rest of the Warriors. The Destroyers, from the ashes of Coney Island's older wars. These boys used to roll with the best, but now they're the ghost of a broken brotherhood. Once led by Virgil, a hard-nosed street tactician and former friend of Cleon. He and Cleon co-founded the original Warriors before a bitter split. Now the Destroyers are twisted by drugs, greed, and betrayal. Their fighting style is just sloppy brawling. No form, no code, just wild punches, glass bottles, and bruised egos trying to prove something that ain't there anymore. The Rogues. Now, these cats, they play dirty and ride loud. Trigger happy with a smirk that says, I ain't here for the party. I am the party. Hell's Kitchen's Chaos Crew, led by Luther. No code, just pure carnage. Their fighting style is mainly relying on dirty tricks, ambushes, and pure thuggery. Even a gun will be pulled on you in a fight or a knife with your back turned. The Baseball Furies. They don't talk, they don't smile, just face paint and fury, swinging for the fences in Central Park. Soon as one spots you, more start appearing from the shadows. These guys are former ball players turned vigilante artists. What makes this gang stand out so much in the Warriors mythos itself is their bat fighting influence seem to borrow things from Kenjutsu. The way they strike and carry around their bats is reminiscent of swordsmen going into battle. Their movement is almost like martial artists trained in traditional weapon combat, which is something I found really interesting. Like, you can even notice this even in the film itself, and also how Rockstar puts that influence in the game itself. So it is extremely rare you're going to see a baseball fury without a bat in itself. The Lizzies. Danger and a lipstick smile. These ladies don't play fair, and that's the whole point. Their hangout area is Union Square. They're charmers with blades behind the beauty, using seduction, ambush, hidden weapons as their approach to fighting. That is pretty much all I can really gather when it comes to their fighting style or how the way they approach combat.
Why'd you try it on me, you pig fuck?
Stand back! You wanna fuck with the bulls?
The Turnbull ACs. Diesel smoke, iron pipes, and no brakes. These skin-headed freight trains will run you down before you can scream. Residing in the Bronx, their fighting style is just brute force, heavy swings, and riot charges. So think of them using powerhouse strikes and grabs.
Tell me, Masai, what do you see before you?
I see the Cortlandt Rangers turf.
Turf. Turf ain't nothing but where one gang stops dropping their colors and another gang starts. Lines on a map, that's all turf is. You take away those lines, and you'll see. You'll see the possibilities. The profit.
The Gramercy Riffs, the beat of the street, smooth moves, sharp minds. If they're watching you, it's already too late. They are the largest and most powerful gang in all of New York, organized and untouchable. Most of the gang's fighting style revolve around a mixed martial arts blend, karate, judo, things like that. It's unknown how this gang became so powerful and in numbers. The only business out there that's available of how they operate is in illegal gambling. The punks, roller skates, and rail yard blues. These boys glide before they strike, and they always strike low. These subway ghost turfs seem to be from Bowery stations, wearing janitor-colored jumpsuits, but don't let the look fool you. They're grime with grind. Their fighting style is really just slippery and unorthodox, especially with the skates on top of that. They do like a bunch of hockey-style body checks, and whatever they can pick up off the floor. So it's really just a straight up brawl session when it comes to these guys.
Oh shit! The Warriors! Yo guys, the Warriors are here! Man!
The Orphans. Outcast eyes, nervous hands. The kind of crew that fights cause they're scared you'll forget them. Some South Bronx loners. Never invited, always bitter. No turf, no respect, but a chip on the shoulder the size of Manhattan. This crew really doesn't have a fighting style to write home about. Desperate scrappers, wild swings, broken glass, and backstabs. Nothing clean, nothing fair.
Oh, please, just let us go!
Shut the fuck up, bitch! Let's bust a move!
The Boppers. Slick hats, slick shirts, and steps like a Soul Train riot. These cats don't just fight, they groove through the pain. Representing the Harlem pride and rhythm, the Boppers got style, reputation, and fists like metronomes. Their fighting style is nothing but funk-fueled boxing, dance footwork, and rhythm-based movement. Think rope-a-dope meets street hustle is the best way I can describe this.
Y'all give it up for Rembrandt!
Oh, shit! Go! No!
The hi-hats, silent mimes and painted grime. Watch close, they don't talk. They perform pain like it's a performance art. Coming straight out of Soho, the hi-hats are street performers turned fighters. Theater kids gone rogue. Their fighting style seems to be acrobatic, deceptive, and unpredictable. Things you'll see are like forward lunge kicks, spinning back kicks, a clean standing front kick similar to Taekwondo, some parkour in the mix, and some slapstick savagery.
Funny guys, huh? Funny guys leave Chinatown on their backs tonight.
The Savage Huns. Now these boys from Chinatown mean business. Green martial art uniforms ready to give you a kung fu lesson. These guys love running protection brackets and street level enforcement. They're quiet unless they're cracking ribs. You'll be seeing some high flying karate kicks, roundhouse, combination punches. You get a flavor of many different martial arts, along with a unique stomping animation for all the members except for their warlord Ghost for some reason.
Oh yeah, none of you make your home in El Barrio.
The Hurricanes, storm chasers from Spanish Harlem, shirtless or tucked in white tank tops with fedoras. Proud, fierce, and family driven. And I mean very family driven. Even when addressing other members, Lots of dirty boxing with Latin flair. Sometimes you'll see some members with switchblades too.
Hey! You don't belong here!
The Moonrunners. Neon signs, shadow alleys, and tags that speak louder than this. The Moonrunners move like rumors in the dark. Quick, quiet, and full of color. These graffiti soldiers glide through Pelham. Urban artists with turf on their minds and spray cans in hand, using guerrilla tag and strike fighting style. Hit fast, blind with paint, and vanish. Combines agile footwork, surprise attacks, and the art of disorientation, especially if you're roaming around in their train yard canvas.
You edge?
The Saracens. Black tank tops with white outlines and black pants. These cats roll deep and hit hard. These Brooklyn boys are street smart and strategic, and won't hesitate to take down a whole clique if they have to. And their fighting style seems a mix of dirty boxing and lots of combinations. And I do apologize, these next few, including this one, there's not too much info or really differences out there when it comes to the fighting style for some of the other gangs in the game itself, so I do apologize on that.
Speak of the devil, there's the JSPs over there.
The Jone Street Boys, the clean-cut crew with the dirtiest tricks. These clothes don't wrinkle, but they sure wrinkle your jaw. Some trust fund kids coming from Bensonhurst, dealing in drugs, bribery, and extortion. They're as tight as their yellow and white shirts with black stripes. Well organized, slick, and tactical. Their fighting style is dirty boxing and mob style beatdowns. The Satan's Mothers. Chains rattling, engines roaring, these devils ride out of Sheepshed, Brooklyn. With fire in their eyes and smoke in their lungs. They deal with weapons and drugs. They won't let anyone mess with their rep and never hesitate to kill anyone who tries to cross them. Their fighting style is barroom brawler meets biker brutality. Headbutts, headlocks, grabs, whatever's got nails to it. Even the weapons, like I mentioned earlier, they won't hesitate to use them. The Electric Eliminators. Now these guys, unfortunately not too much info is on them. Nothing in their backstory besides being from Soho, or even fighting style in-game is just very plain street fighting, so I do apologize for the lack of info on this game. The Panzers, storming through Washington Heights, rocking camouflage jackets, red berets, and mosh caps. Lieutenants you'll see wearing black leather jackets too. This is an all-black game. Not much info on them either besides them showing up in a few missions in-game. Their fighting style is just a mix of the Gramercy Riffs, but that's about it. And last but not least, the Cortlandt Rangers, holding up the Cortlandt Park in the Bronx. If you see white and black striped shirts with the purple pants combo, you've run into the Rangers territory. This unfortunately is another game with not much info going on with them. Even in-game, their fighting style is just generic street brawling, just nothing really home to write about. Overall, it is pretty interesting to just see Rockstar take on a game like this, and man, it is one of the best representations, in my honest opinion, when you take a movie license and really just expand upon the universe on it, and even more succeed than the film itself in making a cult classic game. Like the Warriors, this video game is one of the best beat 'em up action games out there that you can find out there in the market. Like if you have not played this game at all, like you can grab it in the PlayStation Store, or you can sit there and grab yourself an emulator for my PC fellas out there if you want to end up checking this game out. Like it is such a crazy thing that Rockstar really just, man, it's like anything this company really just touches, like they really just turn something into gold. Like it is crazy just how breathtaking this game is. If you want to see more video styles like this of other games out there, please let me know in the comments below. It was pretty fun putting this video together. I had a lot of fun researching and going into the gangs once again because, man, I really played the hell out of the Warriors in my younger days as a kid with my cousins and several other different people and friends. Like, man, it is such a blast from the past for me just to revisit this once again. If you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay updated on any new videos coming to the channel. And please look forward to the many more things that I do have in store for you guys. This isn't the only thing, but if you want to see any more games or recommendations that you would love to see me end up covering, please let that be heard in the comments below. But this is Blackmore here, signing out. Catch you later, folks. Peace.
The study of Kung Fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them. So be careful.